What's going on, everybody? This your man Lucky. I'm back with another one. I hope everybody's doing well. Listen, guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about two things, right? I'm going to be talking about, number one, your value as a man. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to be talking about. Number two, I'm going to be talking about karma. Okay, kind of like what you do, what you put out there, you get back. Okay, so what sparked this conversation is recently, right? Gabrielle Union, the actress Gabrielle Union, she's currently married to Dwyane Wade, the basketball player. I believe he's retired now. I'm not big on sports, y'all, so but I believe he's retired now though. She's married to Dwyane Wade right now. However, prior to her being married to Dwyane Wade, she was married to a guy named, I believe his name is Chris Howard. I believe he was a basketball player, and I apologize if I got his name wrong. But she was married to a football player. Did I say basketball player? She was married to a football player, right? Anyway, in the podcast, she was on a podcast, and I forget the name of the podcast, but she was on a podcast, and on the podcast, she stated that she cheated on her husband because she felt entitled to cheat on him because she paid all the bills. Now, that's a whole topic of conversation within itself, right? Whoever's paying the bills, who feels entitled, who gets to do what based on finances and things of that nature. That's a whole nother conversation within itself that I'm not even going to get into, right? My point that I'm going to get into is, like I said, know your value, number one, and karma, number two. What you put out there comes back to you, right? Okay, so she cheated on her first husband because she felt entitled because she paid all the bills. Now, to her defense, she did say that in that relationship, in that marriage, it was kind of like it wasn't a good situation. It wasn't a good marriage. And she also alluded to the fact that he may have, cheated first. You know what I'm saying? It was infidelity on his part first. And so, she made a comment, something like, oh, okay, like that's what we're doing. Oh, okay, cool. Right. And so she went ahead and, she cheated as well. That's what I got from, watching, watching the podcast. However, she didn't say anything about she felt some type of way because, she was hurt. She had low self-esteem. She was insecure, whatever. She didn't say any of those things that, she wanted revenge for what he did. She didn't say anything like, well, I felt some type of way, and so that's why I did it because, he made me feel blah, 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 or whatever like that. No, she didn't say that. What she said was, and you have to pay attention, what she said was, I felt entitled to cheat because I was paying all the bills. So basically in that situation, and like I said, she said it was a bad marriage already to begin with. It was, it was already bad. So, okay, I get it. I'm not saying that it's okay for you to cheat or whatever, but okay, I get it. It was a bad relationship. And typically when relationships are bad in a bad place, it's messy, right? But again, she said that she cheated because she felt entitled because she made all the money, right? So basically, she didn't value that man. Now, he was a football player. I don't know what his financial situation was. However, she said that she was paying all the bills, and that's why she felt entitled. She was paying all the bills. Therefore, to her husband was of no value to her. You understand what I'm saying? She said this is why she cheated. She felt entitled because she was paying all the bills. If she's paying all the bills, what is he doing? Now, not saying that a man is only there to pay bills, but I'm sure when she alluded to the fact that he cheated as well, then I guess he's not there for her emotionally or whatever the case may be. So, but again, basically he had no value. He was of no value to her. So this is my first point. Guys, listen, you have to be of some type of value. That's just what it is. I'm not saying that it has to be financial. That's not what I'm saying. Every situation is different. I know out there, out there in the world is put out there that, the man is supposed to do A, B, C, and X, Y, Z, and I get it. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. But there, believe it or not, there are situations where that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. So everybody's situation within their relationship, their marriage or whatever, is its own entity. So you can't just say this is just what it is as just a whole blanket, you know what I'm saying, statement like this is just how it has to be. Every situation is different. You know what I mean? But you guys, you have to know your value. You have to be bringing some type of value to the table. You have to bring something. Okay, guys? Know your value. That's number one. Know your value. Okay? So now you fast forward, right? Gabrielle Union is out of this marriage. She moves on, and now she's dating Dwyane Wade. He's active basketball player at the time, right? I think in like 2013, right? They were in a bad place. Their relationship was in a bad place. Dwyane Wade cheated on her. Not only did he cheat on her, but the woman that he cheated on her with got pregnant and had a child, right? So, of course, at some point in time, Dwyane Wade told Gabrielle Union, hey, look, this is the situation. Now, at that time, they were dating. They were not married. This was like maybe in 2013. At this time, they were not married. At that point, Gabrielle Union had the opportunity to just turn and walk away. Like, hey, you're going to treat me like this? Hey, I was married before. My husband before did this, and but I do not want to be in a situation like that. I've been there before. I don't want to be there again. It's not a good situation. I'm going to pack my things and leave. Gabrielle Union did not do that. Okay? This was like in 2013. Like I said, they were dating. They were in a bad place. She had every opportunity to walk away. However, about a year later, I think in 2014 maybe, Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union got married after the fact, right? Now, if you look at Gabrielle Union's net worth and you look at Dwyane Wade's net worth, I think Gabrielle Union right now, her net worth is like $40 million. And if you look at Dwyane Wade's net worth right now, it's at like $170 million. She's worth $40 million, right? And I Googled this, right? So she's at $40 million right now. He's at $170 million. Now, mind you, at the time, he was an active basketball player. So he's retired now. So I don't know. I'm just under the impression that while he was actively playing, he was probably making more money, right? So again, value. Value, guys. Look at your value. She cheated on her first husband. He had no value. She was paying all the bills. Now you got Dwyane Wade. She's not even married to him. He cheated. Dwyane Wade cheated, and she still proceeded to get married a year later after he cheated, and the woman had a child by him. Gabrielle Union still married him. Look at the value. She valued Dwyane Wade. You know what I mean? I don't know if she valued the man or if she valued the money. I don't know. I'm not going to make any assumptions. But you understand what I'm saying? She had the ability to just get out of that situation. She wasn't married. But again, she went forward and married him knowing that he cheated and he produced a child as a result of him cheating. Now, and she proceeded to marry him. So first thing, like I said, I want to talk about is value. Guys, you have to know your value. You have to know your value. You have to know what it is that you bring to the table. If you're in a relationship, you're with a woman or something like that, you have to be bringing something to the table. You have to know what it is that you're bringing to the table that woman wants. Is it your money? You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be you. You know what I mean? I just believe that, women love how you make them feel. So is it that you mentally stimulate her mentally, mentally stimulate her? Are you emotionally in her mind? Like, what is it? You have to be bringing some type of value to the table. It does not always have to be money. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to say straight up, I don't think that it always has to be about money, but it has to be something. She has to look at you as having some type of value. Something. Okay, guys? Know your value for your situation. Just like if you have a job, you have to know your job value you for something. It's something that you're doing that causes them to keep paying you. You understand what I'm saying? I did a video on this. If you can't be used, you're useless. You understand what I'm saying? In her first marriage, her husband could not be used. He's cheating on her and she's paying all the bills. He was useless to her. Now she's married to Dwyane Wade. He cheated on her and he brought a child. His mistress or whatever bore a child. However, he was of value to her, which is why she moved forward and married him. Now, so I said the second thing that I wanted to talk about was karma, right? The second thing I wanted to talk about was karma. So, of course, right? Gabrielle Union, she wrote a book and, was doing interviews and things of that nature back when, Dwyane Wade and the cheating scandal, I guess that you want to call it, and all of that, right? She was tore up. She was heartbroken. Her self-esteem was low. She was this and that and all, she was all of these things, right? She was all of those things, right? That's my second point, like karma. You understand what I'm saying? What you do, it comes back to you. That's what I believe. I believe when you put, certain energy out here in the universe, that energy in some way, some form is going to come back to you. Some way, somehow. Now, don't get me wrong. Just life in general, things happen to people. Bad things happen to good people. Yes, I get that. That's life. However, in my opinion, I believe that the better you treat people, the better your odds are at having a good life, right? I think that you increase the risk of negative things happening to you when you put negative things out there. I believe you increase the risk of negative things happening to you when you put negative things out there. And in my opinion, it comes back in many different forms. So like in an example with Gabrielle Union, hey, she cheated. You know what I mean? Regardless of her reasoning for why, she cheated, right? And so it came back on her. And then it came back harder. You understand what I'm saying? It came back harder, But again, she didn't value that man. She didn't value her first husband. She jumped out there, did whatever she did. Then she got with, Dwyane Wade, and he did what he did, which, is, kind of like karma. Like she put it out there and then it came back to her in some way, shape, or form. I can do a whole bunch of videos on, whoever makes the most money gets to do this and, blah, blah, blah. Women and hypergamy and this and that. And whoever makes the most money gets to do. I think that's one of the things she said in the on the podcast. Whoever makes the most money gets to do what they want to do, right? That's the advantage of having money. And a lot of people do feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Does it give you the right to just cheat? No, I think if you cheat, you're a coward. I think you got issues going on within yourself or whatever. Why you can't just tell somebody, hey, this is not working, or just whatever. But that's not what I'm getting into. But again, without me getting off topic, value. Number one, guys, you have to know your value. You have to know your value. People are going to treat you based on how they value you. Understand that people are going to treat you based on how they value you. Guys, if you're being disrespected and you're being disregarded and whatever, all of that stuff, man, you got to take a look, man, and just wonder why these things happening. You understand what I'm saying? If the person doesn't value you, it will show in how they treat you. Okay? Know your value, fellas. Next, karma, man. Get out here and do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Be nice to people. Be kind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh, be Mr. Nice Guy and do just positive energy. Just put positive energy out there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being positive, man. Revenge. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people feel like, well, if you do this to me, I'm going to do this back to you. Okay, I don't know. It may make you feel better. Somebody did something to you. Now you do something back to them. Did what you do undo what they did? Like, do you really feel better because somebody hurt you and now you jumped out there and now you try to hurt them back? Now, does that take away the pain? Nah. I mean, that's, being vindictive and stuff like that is, especially if you have to go against your character. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody hurt you and now you want to get back at them or something like that, then you go against your character. Now you out here doing stuff that you typically would not do simply because you hurt and you trying to get somebody back. Nah, because it's going to come back on you anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, know your value, number one, and then karma, guys. Please, whatever you do, man, put good, positive energy out there because it's going to come back to you, right? It's going to come back. When you put good, positive energy out there, in my opinion, good, positive energy is going to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Typically, what do they say? Like you attract what you are or something like that, right? You put good, positive energy out there, you're going to get, in my opinion, you're going to get good, positive energy back. All right? I just wanted to talk about that. I just wanted to talk about those two things, man. First, know your value, man. Second, karma, man. Put good, positive energy out there, and you'll get it back, in my opinion, guys. All right. So, man, that's this video right here, and hope everybody's doing well, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.